about that. We have on this floor one dryer and one washer. And right now, that person from another apartment unit is using the dryer. And I just got my first initial wash done and sorted, and so I'm waiting for her to be finished with the dryer so I could finish the remainder of my wash. So it's about 27 minutes. So I will put that on a timer. Hold on a second. Okay. So this should be done by the time I'm done with my chat. Anyway, it's Ginger and Ginger's Chat Show, and it's Wednesday, March 22nd, 23. I'm kind of winging it today because I've been so busy this morning. So anyway, of course we know that the New York's grand jury is, they canceled today's meeting. Apparently something came up and they need to do some corrections. They don't know what all is going on. Maya Touch doesn't, but they're keeping tabs. Karen, who is the former prosecutor there, she has her own, she works for another law firm, but she does volunteer things for explaining how law works and everything works in the Manhattan DA's office. Obviously she got permission to do this. Anyway, they think that there may be another witness that needs to testify, so they may be coming in tomorrow. The grand jury meets Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. So, tune up. The indictment may come out tomorrow, or they may vote tomorrow. We don't know all that's going on, but we do know that indictment will occur. Now, of course, we all know that sorry. Hi, Nancy. Of course, we all know that Georgia is on the verge of indicting he who shall not. Hold on a second. I keep getting these spam calls and I'm tired of it. Anyway, get the camera fixed here. So I'm winging it today. So Georgia's on the verge of indicting. Now there is a special grand jury going on in D.C. With the DOJ regarding he who shall not be named, dealing with the national security documents. And so D.C. probably will indict him for that too, but that's considered espionage. Also, Georgia is looking at doing RICO Act as well. Because it's on a firstly on everything, all the cases and everything else. Fraud is a felony, so it's on the federal level. So is, the national security documents and, hold on a minute. neighbor's caregiver, and the clothes will be ready. Finish drying soon. So, anyway, back to my chat. Anyway, on this thing, it's a matter of waiting and be patient about it. They want to make sure everything is airtight and they know it's airtight. Both the Manhattan office and the DOJ knows it's airtight. Trump keeps flopping his mouth. He's being stupid about this. And anytime he opens his mouth and everything else, he's digging himself a deeper hole. And it's going to be so deep, it's probably going to go to Russia. And he thinks all these threats and everything he's doing is intimidation. I'm sorry, that's probably considered obstruction. He should just shut up, sit back, and wait. But knowing a narcissist, he won't. He wants all the attention, and there was an article in one of the other that I saw that said Trump wants to be filmed being arrested and handcuffed and talked in front of the judge. Well, it'll be up to the judge whether he wants to do this or not. And the judge doesn't really care if Trump is the former president of the United States or not. He doesn't give a hoot. And nobody gives a hoot. And he is not above the law. So, okay. There we go. Take that off so it's not distracting. So anyway, it's just a matter of waiting. And you guys know how this goes. But when you want more detailed information what's going on, go to the Midas Touch. It's MEIDASTOCH .com or .org. I think it's .com. And Ben Masilis and his brothers, two of his brothers, are running this network. Informing and keeping people well educated on what's going on. And regarding the mega hats, or the mega hats, idiots, but there's a very, very small group now. He doesn't really have the super support he thinks he does. And I find it so funny yesterday. There were, in New York, around the federal court building, there were more people calling for Trump's arrest than were people trying to support Trump. They said there were only like 20 people there that support Trump. And there were like 200 people that want his arrest, called for his arrest. New York is so sick and tired of what he is doing that they're really hitting the book on him on this hard. And it should. Keep in mind, Trump has been doing this for years and years and years. And there's no statute of limitations on those. For fraud, for embezzlement, for embezzle so much the fraud, extortion, anything else, okay? And Trump is not willing to follow laws or anything else because he doesn't care about that. Well, he better wake up. Because once he's in prison, he's going to find it's going to be a whole different world in there for him. That he will be required to follow rules and regulations. And there are factions in prison that will, they may not have anything to do with him, or they may sit there and harass him some more. And the Secret Service should just say, okay, fine, we'll just leave him. I think the Secret Service agency in D.C. should yank Trump's uh, Secret Service team. Just pull him out. And, because he's no longer president, he's a private citizen. They should just pull him out. So, anyway, other than that, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh, this morning, up here in the Pacific Northwest, I don't know if you heard, uh, over in the Ship Canal Bridge, port area, and there are boats stored there. Some are ready to go in the water and some are not. But there's some are already in the water and there's some that are on their trailers. Anyway, 40 of those boats were caught on fire, and they think this is arson. Many of them are older or newer boats in there, and I feel sorry for the owners losing their boats that way. I really do, and I hope their insurance will cover it. People who do that need to have their heads smacked on this. We had a fire down here in the old Tacoma area. It was a warehouse fire, and they got that out. I haven't been outside yet, so I would imagine the smoke is still lingering. Within the last 24 hours, there have been 10 other fires, and the fire departments have been busy. Lakewood, Tacoma, Seattle, and East Pierce County, that area, the fire department's there. So, a lot of dumb things going on, and this really has to stop. It really does. Other than that, of course, you know the World Baseball Classic. Japan won. They beat the U.S. 3-2. And clearly Japan really had a very strong team. So, congratulations to Japan. You guys really did a good run. So, Japan kind of needs uplift anyway because of all the problems they had. They lost their former prime minister. Yeah, I heard about that on the news too, Dorothy. We think that there's an arsonist running around, or the police do, and so they're trying to find him. Because they're starting with boats and animate objects and move on to warehouses, and then they go after something else. So, really kind of ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm fighting allergies. Anything else? Seattle Mariners are doing good. And April 1st is the start of baseball season 2023. So, that starts. Yeah, I heard about that, Carol. No, the only place that's getting snow and high winds is part of Coos Bay, Oregon. They're getting it. I live in Washington State, so Western Washington, so it's pretty clear. It's, sorry, it's 55 degrees and sunny right now, which is kind of nice. We really kind of need that. and some of the trees are blooming. Their buds are coming out. I don't know what the names of the trees are, but they're kind of pretty. Um, yeah, and California's getting hit by what they call a cyclone bomb, winter type one, and they're getting hit by snow, rain, wind. A blizzard just hit Big Bear Creek, Big Bear up in the San Bernardino Mountains, down in California, and it got hit pretty hard yesterday. They had like close to 3 feet of snow in the higher elevations. So old man winter just doesn't really want to let go yet. I hope he does soon, because people just want to take a break, do repairs, and everything else. Yeah, but when they get it in California, you're pretty assured that you're going to be next, and that's the way it goes. Because the storms always come in from the south and the west, or the north. It depends on how the jet stream goes. If you really study weather and how it works, but it always goes from west to east. And so we've been living with Mother Nature for a while now, or our generation, or the generations here now. And so we have to learn to live with it and just try to be safe as we can and just be well prepared for it. Of course, pretty soon, oh, what was I going to say? I hate it when I lose my train of thought. Tornado season is going to be starting soon. You know how spring is. And then you have in June the start of hurricane season. And I know Florida, like you down there in Dorothy, I know you're not that thrilled. You want to live in part of a country that is a little bit milder and not so Mother Nature's not so angry. Okay. See anything else? Oh, the other thing too I was going to say real quick before I sign off. Let me check something real quick here. I know the GOP are, well, they're doing all these things, especially in the House, McCarthy in the House, and they want to stop the indictments and everything else. Well, they're powerless. They can't. They don't have jurisdiction. They just want to. They said they want to investigate the DA's office in New York, and Hakeem Jeffries told him. He said, "No, you can't, because it's not our jurisdiction. Okay, it's their jurisdiction, and you're putting yourself in a position of obstruction, which could land you in jail." And somebody said that the Congress has immunity against things like that. And some go, no, you don't. You can't get nailed for obstruction. So, I noticed he kept quiet. Wilbur is quiet. Green is quiet. Unless she's yapping on the far right news channels, which she probably is, but they don't have a very big audience in there. So, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and I will see you guys on Friday, and I will report on Friday. We should know tomorrow what's going to happened at the New York Manhattan's DA's office and the grand jury. So we're keeping tabs on that. Just be patient. It'll happen. They just want to make sure everything's airtight and perfect. And they're still coordinating things with uh, uh, the law enforcement in Florida, and also coordinating with the Secret Service and everything else. Yeah, it'd be funny if Secret Service slapped handcuffs on Trump. You know, because they're federal officers and they have to follow orders. So, not his orders, they're Boston, D.C.'s orders. So they have to follow that. So he'll be arrested and he will be jailed. So that's my thinking. I don't think they're going to let him go on his own reconnaissance. They shouldn't trust him. And the prosecutors go, nope, he should be in jail. So, and I hope they take his plane away from him. I hope they take his cell phone away from him. And, you know, and his lawyer is being an idiot too. So, I will. You guys have a good evening as well. And I'll see you, today's Wednesday, right? I'll see you guys on Friday at 1 o'clock. Okay? Talk to you later. Love you. Bye-bye.